As you can already tell, in today's video I'm bringing you the possible final twist of the Game of Thrones. At this point we'll expect Cersei to die by the hand of either her brother Jaime or Daenerys Targaryen and her dragons. However, in this video I'm bringing you an old theory of mine in which Cersei will actually be betrayed and killed by her most trusted people. Basically, Qyburn has this whole time been working for Varys, and the Mountain will betray Cersei on Qyburn's order, and they'll put an end to the Mad Queen as she is her own worst enemy. And then the Mountain will talk again. There's plenty of proof, clues, hints, and even some filming leaks that are supporting this theory of mine, so let's just jump into it. From the very beginning, since the very first episode Qyburn appeared on the show, they were raising more and more yet unexplained and unanswered questions. For example, why did Qyburn even decide to save the Mountain's life? Life of the same man that severely injured him, almost killed him. As I'm sure most of us remember, for unknown reasons, Qyburn ended up among the Northern and Riverlands prisoners at Harrenhal. Shortly after, Sir Gregor Clegane abandons the castle and has all captives put to the sword. Qyburn, however, survives the injury at his throat and awakens when the castle is taken by the Northern army. After he awakes, he identifies himself to Robb Stark while Talisa tends to his wound. So Qyburn saving the Mountain's life, who back in the third season almost killed him, is strange to say the least. Another strange fact is Qyburn being able to use spy capabilities of same little birds that Varys used in previous seasons. In case you're wondering how can I be so sure that Qyburn's little birds are the ones that used to work for Varys, it was confirmed in Season 6 Episode 3. Same little birds that Varys on Tyrion's concern about their loyalty replied with, "Men can be fickle, but birds I always trust." From this conversation we can see that Varys fully believes his little birds, and Varys can be considered as everything but a fool. Additionally, Varys is known as a man of knowledge and whispers, as a man that knows every step of every living man in the Seven Kingdoms. If Varys fully trusts someone, that someone will not betray him, even if that would mean the death for that someone. In case you don't know, Little Birds is Varys' founding group of spies which he educates, gives sweets and provides them with protection, in return for the information they bring him. His sophisticated intelligence network, which is one of the largest in the world and spans both Westeros and Essos. Due to his vast web of intelligence sources, Varys is known as the Spider. This fact gives me even more doubt about Varys not knowing about the group of his spies that supposedly betrayed him. All of this means that Qyburn is most likely working for Varys and is waiting for the right time to betray Cersei and orchestrated her death. As we all know, Qyburn and Cersei became extremely close, considering the fact that Cersei treated people around her, especially the just right ones, with paranoia and suspicious thoughts. Qyburn, however, gained Cersei's full trust with bringing Clegane back to life after he was severely wounded during his fight against Oberyn Martell. After this, Cersei named Qyburn as Master of Whisperers, as a Varys' replacement on the small council. The thing is that even if Qyburn managed to bribe few Varys' little birds, and even if those few spies agreed to betray Varys, there's simply no way that Varys wouldn't find it out. There's no way that none of his little birds wouldn't send whisper to him. If Qyburn truly does work for Varys, this would also raise a few important questions. I'm sure you're wondering, if Qyburn and Little Birds are loyal to Varys, why the Little Birds informed Qyburn about the wildfire, who later informed Cersei about it, which led to annihilation of the great Septo Baelor along with all Cersei's enemies. Before I give you an answer on that question, let me just highlight one fact that you all have to know before we continue. Varys has been loyal to House Targaryen all the time. Varys has been serving Dany's father as well. He was one of the small amount of people who served the Mad King even when it was obvious that he was going to lose the war. In Aerys' final days, Tywin arrived at King's Landing with an entire Lannister army at his back. Varys warned the king not to open the gates, which Aerys refused because of a Grand Maester Pycelle who told the Mad King what he wanted to hear. Pycelle told him that Tywin can be trusted, that Tywin came to save the day. This resulted with the Mad King opening the city gates, which resulted with the city being sacked and Aerys himself being stabbed in the back by Jaime. Varys has been working on a plan to bring to Daenerys and House Targaryen back the Iron Throne that has been taken from them since the fall of House Targaryen. Here we come to our answer on a question which was, if Qyburn and Little Birds are loyal to Varys, why did Little Birds inform Qyburn about the wildfire who later informed Cersei? An answer on that question is actually very simple. Cersei's plan to destroy the Great Septo Baelor along with all important people in it matched perfectly with Varys' plan. Additionally, I think Varys actually ordered Qyburn and his little birds to find out if the wildfire truly is under the Great Septo Baelor, and if it truly is, to inform Cersei about it immediately. Varys is quite a smart man. He was aware that if Cersei was to wipe out most of the leadership with wildfire, it would have resulted with her losing all her allies and it would have made Dany's conquest far easier. And in fact, that is exactly what happened. Qyburn informed Cersei about the wildfire, knowing it would result just the way it did. Just as Varys expected, Cersei wiped out all her enemies and allies, which gave him an opportunity to make new allies for Dany, in this case with Olenna Tyrell. By this act, Varys with Qyburn's help managed to provide a new ally for his queen and made Daenerys' takeover even easier. Also, the fact that Qyburn brought Clegane back to life, who back in 3rd season slit his throat and almost killed him, is something that I cannot get over. It would only make sense if it's a part of a bigger plan of vengeance. It could be that Qyburn created a monster only to get even closer to Cersei, which would allow them, when the time comes, to easily kill Cersei while she thinks that he is her most trusted protector. As the Mountain was her closest and the only guard throughout the past few seasons, it's safe to say he will continue to be in the final season as well. If Qyburn truly works for Varys, then some of the main characters might still be alive. In Season 7, Episode 3, Cersei imprisons Ellaria and Tyene, gives Tyene a kiss of death, thinking she poisoned her. A bit later in the same episode, now Jaime gives Olenna poison, leaves thinking he poisoned her. Did they really die? Matter of fact, were they even poisoned? No. Qyburn is the one providing the supposed poison to Cersei in the cells. The supposed poison Jaime gives to Olenna is also most likely coming from Qyburn, since he is a Lannister's maester. Was it really a poison, or was it yet another master plan of the cunning spider Varys? If Qyburn is working for Varys, not only would it prove once again how brilliant Varys' mind really is, but it would arguably be the greatest twist in the Game of Thrones show. Cersei would be betrayed and killed by her most trusted advisor Qyburn and protector the Mountain, while some main characters would turn out to be alive and well. There are even some Season 8 filming news that could be going in favor to this theory. Almodovar del Rio Castle in Cordoba, Spain will return in Game of Thrones Season 8, which means we will revisit the Tyrell stronghold. Olenna's castle reappearing in Season 8, even though she's supposedly dead, isn't the strangest part, however. Though we will see the castle, Game of Thrones is not filming there again. Multiple sources confirm that the production will use leftover footage from the first Almodovar shoot in 2016 for Season 7. This means that there will not be any new filming at Almodovar del Rio, but the production will use scenes they filmed for Season 7. Could it be that the scene we're going to see has something to do with Olenna? Perhaps her watching Jaime Lannister and armies marching back home while they think they just poisoned her. In conclusion, all those theories combined with all the proofs, hints and clues would most certainly make the greatest twist in the Game of Thrones show, and it also seems like something that the showrunners would pull out to leave us the touch of speechless in the season finale. Does this mean that the popular Jaime killing Cersei theory will not come true? No, as a matter of fact, I don't expect Qyburn or Varys or even any of the characters that Cersei thinks she killed that could be alive to put an end on Cersei's reign. I still think Jaime's greatest deed is going to be killing Cersei to prevent her from burning down the entire capital. However, even the two-handed Jaime would have trouble passing by the Mountain to come close to Cersei, but considering that Jaime has been brave and fearless his entire life, no matter that he lost his hand, he will try to kill both the Mountain and Cersei. Of course, that Jaime most likely wouldn't be able to pass by Sir Gregor Clegane. He probably wouldn't stand a chance against the Mountain, whose near death only made him stronger. In this very moment, I expect the final twist to happen. The Mountain, on Qyburn's order, instead of killing Jaime and defending Cersei, will actually help Jaime kill the Queensguard and put an end to Cersei. We will then learn that Qyburn has this whole time been working for Varys, while some characters that Cersei thinks she killed with poison that Qyburn provided would actually turn out to be alive and well. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to subscribe to our channel, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.